It's not exactly a lie to say that Minecraft's track record with spin-off games has been pretty awful, with multiple failures and flops plaguing the franchise. But why is it that the most popular game in history is so unable to have a successful sequel? Well, my name is Valson, and this is the failure of Minecraft spin-off games. In December of 2014, Telltale Games, a studio who had just found recent success through their adaptations of the Jurassic Park and Walking Dead franchises, was announced to be working in collaboration with Mojang Studios to create a new game under the Minecraft IP, Minecraft Story Mode. Story Mode was set to be a 5-part, episodic interactive point-and-click adventure set inside the world of Minecraft. The game's story follows you, Jesse, and your group of friends as you undertake a journey across the world in hopes of finding a lost group of heroes known as the Order of the Stone, a powerful group who long ago defeated the Ender Dragon, saving their world. You attempt to reassemble them in hopes that they can battle and defeat a new threat known as the Witherstorm, a gigantic monster created by the Order's secretive 5th member, Ivor, out of spite for the Order's lies and deception. After Jesse and friends learn that the Order never actually battled the dragon, they attempt to battle the Witherstorm themselves, where they're finally able to defeat it by destroying the command block housed inside of the beast. The much anticipated game was set for release on October 27, 2015, with episodes 2, 3, 4 and 5 releasing in the months that followed. Yet, the project that was delivered was it was okay, I guess. To give Telltale credit, they crafted a relatively interesting story, but Telltale's style of games really didn't work well with Minecraft. For example, Telltale was a studio that crafted dark and heartfelt projects made for a much more mature audience. And seeing as Minecraft has a much younger demographic, they were forced to make a game in a completely different style and tone of what they were used to. And it was kind of a mess. I mean, just compare these two scenes.
The builder bump.
No leaving the designated crafting areas for any reason. Please.
What the fuck even was that? Cringy dialogue, unlikable characters, and cheesy writing plagued this game from its beginning. And to make it worse, Minecraft is supposed to be an open world sandbox where you're encouraged to explore and create. So a game that limits what you can do, where you can go, and what you can interact with really didn't work well with Minecraft. Though this didn't stop Story Mode from getting a sequel. Minecraft Story Mode Season 2 was released on the 11th of July 2017, and it was so forgettable. To give Telltale credit again, they did improve on some of the issues players had with the previous entry, giving a more engaging combat system, more creative freedom, and a slightly more interesting world. But once again, the game was just kind of empty, with it still having a lot of the same issues players had with the previous entry, like extremely cringy dialogue, unlikable protagonists, and a story so convoluted and confusing, I'm not even going to try and explain it. And this eventually culminated in an extremely forgettable and mediocre set of games, which yes, were enjoyable for a while as a gimmick, but got stale and old very quickly. Though, if you want to play either of these games now, you're unfortunately out of luck, as Seasons 1 and 2 were taken off all stores in July of 2019 with the collapse and closure of Telltale Games, bringing a definitive end to Minecraft Story Mode. Do you remember back in 2016 when augmented reality games like Pokemon Go were all the rage, with millions upon millions of people playing them daily? Well, on October 17th, 2019, 3 years after all the hype died down and people realised that AR games are absolutely shit, Mojang released their take on the AR genre, Minecraft Earth. Minecraft Earth was Mojang's first attempt at an AR game, and boy did it show. The game's premise revolved around you wandering around the real world in hopes of finding objects called tappables. Tappables came in a large array of different designs, such as chests, stone, animals, and even grass. The point of tappables was the game's way of giving you loot. Loot that when found could be used to build different structures, using pre-existing build plates. What's a build plate? A build plate was basically a slap in the face to Minecraft's creative aspect. It was your own personal area in which you could place the blocks you've collected on your journey, in pre-existing designs already made by Mojang. Build plates differed in size depending on your in-game level, They initially came as a tiny 8x8 space of land, but could go up to a 32x32 space depending on if you leveled up far enough. Or if you didn't want to level up, you could just buy them from the in-game store. Good old microtransactions. Though fortunately, to make Minecraft Earth feel more alive, Mojang allowed you to share your builds with other players inside of the game. I mean, not like how it was showed in the trailer, where it seemed like other players' builds would sprawl across the in-game world, but instead by inviting players or friends with a QR code. Isn't that great? Though to be honest, that was probably a good move from Mojang. I think we all know the structures players would flood the game with. But pre-rendered buildings wasn't all that Minecraft Earth offered. I mean, it basically was, but anyway. It also included random events called Adventure Mode, which was Earth's equivalent of survival. Adventures would see you battling mobs with items you've collected on your journey, in hopes of receiving usually unobtainable and rare loot and materials. To start an adventure, you would have to locate a beacon, where, once located, the game would switch to the AR camera to allow you to have a more immersive experience. Though the AR camera really didn't work well with almost any environment, with constant bugs and glitches appearing on your screen. As you can probably imagine, the game's player base wasn't massive, with most people not even realising that it was released, or that it even existed. But believe it or not, its poor reception wasn't the cause of its demise. Its downfall was actually caused by a worldwide issue that would occur just months after the game's release, the COVID pandemic, which forced almost everyone inside, making a game about exploring the outside world pretty redundant. And so, Minecraft Earth was shut down on June 30th, 2021, just over a year after its release. But don't worry, anyone who purchased anything in the game was given a free copy of Minecraft Bedrock upon its shutdown. But to be honest, that's probably worse than nothing. Despite Mojang's previous attempts at creating a successful sequel resulting in failure, they were still undeterred from trying again, and realising the genres they previously attempted really didn't work well with Minecraft, they decided to go back to the drawing board, eventually deciding to develop a dungeon crawler game set inside the world of Minecraft. Minecraft Dungeons, creative name I know, was released on May 26, 2020, and it was actually quite good. The game, set inside Minecraft's overworld, sees you travelling between biomes, structures, and caves in an attempt to locate and defeat the Arch-Illager, a young illager who waged war against the villager race after being corrupted by an ancient powerful artifact that he discovered. You fight through countless waves of mobs, wizards, golems, and the entire illager army until you're finally able to defeat the Arch-Illager, freeing him and the villagers from the artifact's corruption. Despite Dungeons being a Minecraft game, it's actually surprisingly hard. The large range of mobs and the gigantic hordes they tend to spawn in can often lead to you getting overwhelmed if you're not careful enough. Though, to help you in battle, you can find a plethora of loot scattered around the world, such as weapons, bows, artifacts, and armour to aid you in battle. But that's kind of where the game's customization ends. See, Mojang seems to have forgotten what actually makes Minecraft Minecraft. Mining and crafting. It's kind of in the name. Yet somehow, mining, building, and crafting is something you're completely unable to do in this game. You can't even craft your own gear. You have to obtain it from randomly placed chests, or killing mobs. Meaning Dungeons is basically a spin-off of a sandbox game without any sandbox elements. To make it even worse, Dungeons is extremely short, taking an average of 5.5 hours to complete. And if you wish to play more of the game, you're going to have to buy the 6 separate DLCs created for it. Yet despite its flaws, Dungeons is still a pretty solid game. It just lacks most of Minecraft's most iconic features. But the ones that it did include, such as art style, combat, and the overall world, was executed almost perfectly. So, I may not be able to recommend the game to everyone, but if you ever see it on sale, I would definitely say it's at least worth trying. Though, the same cannot be said for the final and the most recent Minecraft entry, Minecraft Legends. Oh, what a disappointment. Legends was released on April 18th, 2023 and is an open world strategy RPG game where your main objective is to stop the piglin invasion of the overworld. Ever since Legends' release, it's been plagued with poor reviews from dissatisfied gamers and users. The main complaints about this game stem from its strange graphics, boring and repetitive gameplay, awful UI, and extremely dull story, with most players agreeing that this is by far the most rushed and undeveloped Minecraft spin-off, which is quite strange seeing as it had the longest time in development, with a long 5 years of production. Yet despite this, the game was and still is a complete mess, and its awful reception is probably best shown by its player charts. Yeah, a game that was released only 3 months ago is struggling to even pull 60 players daily, meaning that although it's the most recent, Legends is by far the biggest failure of Minecraft spin-off games. If you've made it this far in the video, first of all, thank you. But if it's not too much to ask, please like and subscribe, as it helps my channel a lot. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.